Hello, it's Kate from inkstampshare.ink. I've got a project for you today to show you how to make. It's a gift box for your cards, if you're going to give a box of cards to somebody. It's a lovely gift box, but it's actually been made using the envelope punch board, and it doesn't take very long at all. It's really it's fab. I love it. So yeah, it's a big envelope, but I've given it sides so that you can fit some cards in it. So I've made it to fit a standard card size that we would make. Now my standard card size is an A4 piece cut in half and scored down the middle. So that's my standard card size. So it's 10.5 centimetres this way and 14.8 that way. Fits a medium envelope. Yeah, so I can fit, I don't know, about 4 or 6 cards, depends on what you put on your cards in there. And I've just put a random selection of handmade cards that I've made in there. So I'm going to show you how to make it using the envelope punch board. Right, okay, so what I have done, just so that you can recreate this, is I have decided what size card I've got, and I've looked at it and I've gone for the 4.5 by 6 measurement on my envelope Stampin' Up envelope punch board. And it tells you the piece of paper size you need, which will be 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. But I wanted to add an extra inch on mine to make this part. So I've gone for a piece of paper that's 9.5 by 9.5. So I'll show you how I've done it. So this says 8.5 by 8.5. I've done 9.5 by 9.5, but I've kept my first score line at what it says there, which is 3 3/4. Okay, so I've already cut it out. Now I'm using the Subtles Designer Series paper stack. This is a massive stack of, I don't know how many pieces of paper. 40 you get in a pack, and they're double-sided and they're beautiful, and I'm using the Subtles, so yeah, I'm just going to use this one. So I cut it down to 9.5 by 9.5, and I think my first score line I said was 3 3/4. So on the punch board, what have I done with my little, here we are, it comes with this nifty bone folder in the side here. When you get it, it comes with that. So you pop it in, and along the top I'm going to line it up at 3 3/4, which is just about there. Okay, and this is a punch on the top, and you just punch it down. If you'll see, you'll get a notch. Okay, now next to the notch is a score line. I'll show you, it's here, right here. So I'm going to score into that. Now, it's an odd quirky thing that makes this a bit weird, is that my paper actually comes over the edge, but I'm not going to worry about it at all. I'm going to find the score line up by the notch, and I'm going to bring that down there as far as it'll go. But I'm not going to worry about a little bit hanging off the edge at all. And then, this is the only other measurement that's slightly quirky. To give myself that inch, I'm going to take it over now to 4 3/4. Yeah, and I'm going to punch again and score again. Now I can see the end here this time, so it makes it slightly easier, the end of that scoreboard line. So just go up and down there. And that's all the measuring we need to do, because next we're going to turn it around, and where we can see the line that we've scored, we are going to line it up with this here, where it says score guide. And you can just easily line that up. Just make sure you've got it right. There you are, you can see it right in there, and then notch it and score it. And then you do the same on that next line that you made. It's a very light colour, this pool party one. Notch it, score it, and you do that on all 4 sides. So you just go round, line up your score line, punch it out. Go down as far as you can go. Do it again. And last time, I think. I love this envelope punch board. You know what? I don't use it enough, and it's so versatile. You can do so much more than making an envelope with it. Yeah, so just measure that I've got that yet. And then just go here like that. Okay, so So you've got this shape. Now, on the back of the envelope punch here is a corner rounder, and we're going to use it to round our corners. So you kind of put it in the back and just round off the corner there. Right, I can pop that away now. You can see all the bits that come out the bottom of it. All right, and then I'm going to fold my lines. I think I'm going to have mine so we can see it with flowers rather than stripes this time. The Designer Series paper pad that this has come from, as I said, there's like 40 sheets in it, and there's each of the subtle colours, and they come in a variety of designs. So you get the script, and you get spots, you get lines, and you get flowers. You get all sorts, actually. Right. And of course it all matches. Oh, where's my score line? There it is. The inks and the cardstock and the papers. I love it, they all match. Right, okay, so now I've got kind of my envelope. But what I'm going to do now is have a look at these four corners here. There's a score line here which makes like a tiny square. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scissors, and on one side I'm just going to cut up that little score line, just like that. I don't know what you can see there. Let's make a flap. But on this side I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to go up this direction just to make the flap, like that. So I've got that and that. And then if you turn it all the way around, in the bottom squares I'm just going to remove them completely. So it's quite a simple thing to make. And once you made one, I think you can be making tons of these in all sizes. Okay, so this is the bottom with the flaps, and they're going to form our box. And that's going to go over there like so. And that's going to come over the top. This is the tricky bit I found, was the gluing. I like to use Tombow. It's really good and sturdy. Makes things sturdy because it sticks so well. I'm just going to put a little bit on this flap here. Yeah, and I am going to put these bits inside. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Tombow in a line down here. Just a thin line. And I'm going to try and do this now. This was the fun part in making it. So if you can get it to do that so you have a nice corner, and just hold it there for a moment without getting yourself covered in glue. You're a better man than me. Oh dear. And then I'm going to line it up so it's all nice and flush. And I'll get it to stick like that. And it won't take long and it'll dry. It's great stuff, this glue. Okay, so that's that side, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So a little bit of glue on the flap, and then on this bit here, on the outside, a little bit of glue down there. We don't want it too far up because it will come out the top. Okay. And just stick it down. You can use your pokey tool or your bone folder to make sure everything's stuck in place. And there we go. I think that's it. You can always go back and put some more on if there's not enough. Double-sided tape would work just as well, maybe. I just quite like Tombow. Right, okay, so we've done that. So we've actually got our box already. I think it's really cute. I love it. Such pretty colours, aren't they? So what I've done, sorry, I just knocked the camera. So what I've done is I have decorated mine using a punch. You know, where's my punch gone? This is the Blossom Punch, and it's got 3 flowers on it. This is on the retirement list, actually, in the catalogue retirement list. Don't know if it's on sale, but it's going shortly. By the end of the month, it will be retired. So if you'd like it, get your hands on it. It's great. It's such a useful punch. Right, so I'm going to use the matching cardstock. Oh, you just need a scrap. There you go. Woohoo! They always fly out. Yeah, so Pool Party I'm using this time. Let's pop that out of the way now. And I'm going to get the ink in, because I'm going to slightly ink up the edges of my flowers. I've got a sponge. You can use one of the sponges from Stampin' Up. You can use one of the daubers, whatever you prefer for your sponging. And I'm literally going to put some on the edges just to give it a bit of definition. So it's just tone on tone. There we go. Not too much. And then I'm just going to put my flower together. Oh, it's alive. Right. I always get inky when I'm doing this. There we go. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm very good at waggling my hands around and not knowing if I'm in shot. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I'll layer my flower together. Let's give it a bit of a curl up so it looks like a flower. Okay, I'm going to get the glue back out, which has already bunged itself up. What's going on there? There we go. So yeah, just layer your little flower up, however you'd like it to be. And then I put a pearl in the centre of mine. Today's project is actually everything I've used is on the retirement list. This stack of papers. You can get this stack of papers in the Brights and the Settles and the Regal, all the different colour families, and they're just such good value and they're really good quality. They're on the retiring list. These pearls are also on the retiring list, and the punch. So if there's anything you like, just run and grab it before it's gone. These pearls, I like to use these ones that you can also use in a string. I like to chop them up and use them all if I'm not going to use them in a string. So I'm just going to take one out the middle and pop it on. There we go. Something like that anyway. They go on forever, those pearls. Lovely. Right, so this is going to go on the front of my box. But I've also got a stamp that I'm going to use to put a nice sentiment on the front of the box. And I've used this one, this stamp set, and it's called Sweet Sentiments. This is also retiring. It's got brilliant phrases in it. Lots of thank yous on that one. Many thanks. The best things in life are sweet. Enjoy life and have fun. I mean, you can see them all. Everyone needs a friend like you is the one we're going to use. I love it. And I love the font. It's very beautiful. So I've got a scrap of Whisper White. And bring the ink back out. And yeah, we'll just ink up our stamp. There we go. Just pop it in the middle because I'm going to cut it out. You see that? Everyone needs a friend like you. Let's pop that away now before I get it everywhere. And to cut it out, I'm using the Stitch Shape Framelit dies. They come in circles of various sizes, ovals and squares, and they give this stitch relief detail in it, so it looks rather nice. So I am going to cut that out on my big shot, and I've just got it just out of shot, so you'll hear it whizzing through, making a cranking noise. Here we go. Sorry if I make the camera wobble. Okay, here we go. There we are, lovely. You can see how the stitching looks on there. And that's going to go on my box too. So I've got some ribbon. I'm not sure what to use. So I've got some of this satin ribbon and I think I'm going to use it. Even though it's not white, I'm either going to use it or the pink that we had before. I think I'm going to go for this one. I think it's beautiful. So I've just cut a load off there. Let's take that off for a minute. I'm not the best at bows, but this is going to secure our flap down. I've got a friend who's got lots of pen friends, and I thought this would be a perfect gift for her because she loves sending cards to people and letters. I mean, we all do really, and I think it'd make a nice gift for anyone. So here we go. Let's just have a go at a bow and see where I get. I'm sure you'll make a better job. This ribbon is gorgeous to work with. This is also on the retirement list. It's retirement list project day. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to just not waste quite so much of it. Maybe retiring, but it's lovely. There are some amazing things in the new catalogue, which is why at the end of each catalogue year, some of the items are retired, so to make room for lots of lovely new paper crafting goodies and essentials. And there are some amazing things in this one coming up on the 1st of June. I'm very excited, and my delivery of all my new catalogues has just arrived, and they're sat by my front door right now. So my posting of catalogues out to my existing customers, anyone who's bought from me within the last 6 months, that'll be happening within the next couple of days. Now, if anybody would like a complimentary catalogue sent to them, please drop me a line. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, drop me a line and I'll send you a catalogue. Right, okay, so I've got my ribbon on and I don't think that's too shabby at all. And I've got this, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on it if I can find where I put them. Here they are. I use all the scraps on mine, so we're going to go for that. Ooh. Ooh, here we go, getting there. Everyone needs a friend like you. And I'm going to put this next to it here, also stick it up on dimensional. Yay! And then we're done. I think it's really pretty. I just got to make some pretty cards to go in this one. It would be fab to make cards with the matching papers. I hope you like it. I think they're rather cute. That envelope punch board is so versatile. That's not on the retiring list, that is carrying over to the new catalogue. Okay, so there they are. That's the original one and the one I've made today. Hope you like it. So I'll be putting all the dimensions and how I made it on my blog, which is inkstampshare.ink. And if you like any of the products or would like a look at the retiring list, would like to contact me and request a catalogue or anything like that, go over to my website, which is katebolt.stampinup.net. Thanks for stopping by.